Hi Rick, so I got a question for you. Sometimes in the morning when I wake up, my back is stiff. Now it's not like that all day, it just seems to be like the first 5 or 10 minutes. And I picture this in the middle of the night too, just to be like physically prepared for anything. What if like somebody broke into the house and all of a sudden I had to pop out of bed but my back's all cranked up and stiff? I'm wondering, why is it so stiff like right when I wake up? Anything you can tell me about that?
I think one thing I would end up looking at is looking at how you end up sleeping. When you sleep, is your spine in a good position? So oftentimes if you lie on your side, your spine won't be nice and straight. If you lie on your back will be in a nice straight position. If you lie on your stomach, your back will end up being arched. So you can look at how you sleep. You can also look at your mattress. If your mattress is poor and your hips really dip into the mattress,
so you're saying soft is poor?
Soft is poor. A more like firm or medium firm is what I would recommend in the mattress. Now when it comes to this, so that's what you can kind of look at to see if it ends up being better. Like looking at, let's say if you've gone to someone else's house, visited someone else's house, or gone to a hotel, has your sleep been better at those other places? It might be because the mattresses are better there. So looking at your mattress. The second thing is when we sleep, our spines kind of expand or they decompress, and that decompression makes that stiffness end up happening in our backs. And also when our joints end up loosening up with movement, so we get that decompression, and that lack of movement ends up being that stiffness, because you probably get up and after like a minute or two moving around, it feels fine. So that movement ends up lubricating things, and so that's what ends up happening. The decompression ends up expanding things. The lack of movement leads to stiffness. So with all of us, we need a little bit of movement to loosen things up. Because if you look at like when you were younger, let's say in your 20s, you probably didn't have that problem. But as our backs have kind of aged, we have more wear and tear on them, on the backs, they end up getting a little bit more, they get stiffer.
I'm not sure what position I sleep in. I don't think I move around a lot. I definitely sleep on the side, my back, wake up on my stomach, and my arms are asleep, so I'm all over the place. But if I do wake up and I have stiffness, you're saying it goes away on its own. Is there any way to speed that up and kind of get warmed up quicker?
What I would recommend if you end up getting out of bed is you can end up doing a couple back arches. So you're not bending forward, you're arching your back. So you'd stand up and arch your back a couple times, like 5 times.
Like arch backwards?
Yeah, so like standing, I would like arch and relax, arch and relax.
To do that first thing when you get up?
First thing in the morning. So we're not flexing forward, we're arching back. So we're kind of countering the common movement that most people make. Most people kind of move into flexion or forward bending, and even when we sleep, so if you lay on your side, you're not like perfectly straight. Usually your knees are bent and you're kind of like this. So you're kind of already bent forward in your back. So we're kind of countering that and going opposite way. So I'd recommend getting up, doing a couple of those back arches. Now, and that would end up, that's something that I would recommend for you.
Do you think everybody I talk to says they feel similar? Is it a really common thing?
It's a common thing. It's a common thing, and it's like I said, as we age, there's more wear and tear going on in our bodies. Also, like the quality of our tissue, like the quality of our muscles kind of decrease as we age. And that ends up affecting
All right, thanks,
how
man.
stiffness.
Give that a try.
You bet.